Hello everybody, how is everyone doing today? I'm gonna turn on the thing. Hi hey! Yeah, how is everyone on this beautiful evening? Happy New Year and all that. All the holiday things that you're supposed to say, I suppose. Oh my god, hi! Leaf already has his... What's that? Again? It's not quartz, it's called an amber. Already has its amber membership icon. Very cool. Very cool. Hey Jody Oliver. Hey Elegant Duck, also amber. As we can see. Gelukkig nieuwjaar. Yes. Same to you. I like how the viewership dropped when we went live. I guess everyone saw my face and was like, oh no, don't want that. Yeah, hello Gaming Giraffe, hello Elephant Puppet, hello Leaf, Jody Oliver, Berry, and Elegant Duck. And hello to Keypark. Oh my god, spoilers! I was gonna start the stream over here, but then I got bored waiting for the stream to start, so I started to move around. Hello Urzius, hello Edoni, hello. We're just gonna get started over here with the little progress update. What have I done since the last stream? The last stream, I actually don't know if I added that one to the playlist yet. I'll check after the stream, because we did the Eurasia pack stream, which started in the Beekse Bergen, and then we went to Keypark. And I think in that stream I did a little tour of everything I'd done. So that should definitely be in the Keypark playlist. But little update. So as you could see before, hello Nunskovi, I moved the badgers, and we have a Wolverine habitat now. You can see that in the thumbnail. I also put it on some places yesterday, because yeah, when the Eurasia pack came out, everyone was like, oh, are you gonna put any of the animals in Keypark? I'm like, nah, we don't really have this space. I already planned out the entire Europe area. It's not, yeah. But last week I was working in Keypark. And last week, I mean this week, yeah, yesterday, I was working in Keypark, and I thought, man, change my name. It used to be Just Another Guy. Ah, right. Yeah, I was working in Keypark. I was working in the Europe area, and I was like, I'm just not happy with the entire second part of it. What can we do to change it? So I started experimenting a little bit, which is something I'm getting better at. I used to be very much a build something once and don't touch it again type of person. But here in Keypark, I mean, we've done so many revisions areas. It's really an iterative process. It's very nice. It's great. Anyway, I wish the Wolverine would show up. That would be cool. But yeah, this is the Wolverine habitat, and I kept the thing that I wanted for the badgers, where we got this immersion effect, where if the Wolverine is sitting on that little hill, you can see them from over here, which is really, really cool. It pretty much only works from this angle. Like from this angle, kind of still works. Actually, yeah, that works better than I thought. The grass definitely helps. Anyway, I also got rid of the squirrels over here. I might do something else, might not. I don't know. It all depends what we're gonna do with the backstage over here as well. At least you're not like me. I wanted to make a habitat for the takin, and once I've built, I realized it's too rocky for them. So I ended up with dull, sheep, macaque, and cranes. I mean, that's still pretty interesting. Same going. Lately I've been trying to do a lot of fonts, which I've never tried beforehand. Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge. It's fun. It's also nice to try out new things, right? So this stuff hasn't changed. The Ming exhibit has changed a little bit, in the fact that there's now a back wall. I decided I didn't like the fact that you had viewing on both sides. And also I needed the space to do other things with. So, yeah, we'll see more about that in a sec. So over here on the inside, there is some differences. So this is one of the main reasons I wanted to move the badgers, is because we weren't able to see the badger exhibit from the burrow. While the badger is like one of the coolest animals to see in the burrow, because it's most likely the place where you're most going to see them. Hey, Mr. Gomez. So the badgers are now moved to what was before going to be a hare enclosure, and now we do have burrow view of the badgers over here. So that's something I'm really, really happy with. The rest hasn't really changed. I did move this little staircase over here. I actually moved it around a whole bunch. Needs more gnomes. It does need more gnomes, to be honest. So, fun thing, and no, I haven't all told Leaf this, so it's really interesting that you bring this up. I was working on a video about the gnome zoo. Yes, that's a thing. And while editing that footage, I saw the way that a certain area there was laid out, and I thought, man, I should retry the Keypark Europe area. It's all because of the gnome zoo, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. That's a problem that I'll fix at some point. Yeah, sure. But, alright, so up here we now have a kind of top-down view of the badgers, which kind of ruins the effect that we're trying to create, but that's fine. That's just what you get with top-down views. It's nice to have, and it's mostly for kids. Like, they can climb out of the burrow and then see the foxes and immediately go back down over here. Immediately go back down over here. I moved the squirrels over here on the other side of the mink enclosure. I thought it was a nice space for them, and we can incorporate their backstage a bit better into this little hut, which I need to change the size of. But if you were to come out of the burrow normally, you would have the badger exhibit over here, and you can see that if not for the fact that there's a fence there, you'd almost think that there's no fence there. It's a bit... what squirrel species? Or just red? Probably just red. I don't really have anything fancy in mind. But yeah, of course, this is the edge of the zoo, so we do need a fence. Like, we could, theoretically, there doesn't need to be a fence here, right? Because the badgers can't get out. But, I mean, if something happens that would allow them to get up here, then you definitely want to keep them in. Also, the outside world is a thing. Like, the fence isn't just there to keep the zoo animals in the zoo. It's also to keep people out of the zoo. So, I think this is probably something that we need. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, actually, I'm doing okay. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good. That's the default answer, right? But there are some things, personal stuff, but that's not what we're here for. So why am I in the cage? You can't contain squirrels. There's actually no roof on the squirrel cage yet, so true. That's not really a good containment yet. But speaking of this fence, I also made some changes over here. Because if you remember, which you probably don't, but there used to be a service road going from over here, back here, all the way back here. And this is where I was planning to put the backstage of the hyenas. So, Wilbeeksberg, after we finish, looks like I'm gonna finish it this year. That's the goal. Like 3 to 6 months, I want to say, and it'll be done. We're doing good. But yeah, so I didn't like having this service road back here because it just took up space for no real reason. And also for the employees, it would suck having to go all the way around to get to that exhibit, right? So that's the change I made. So there's just going to be a fence here, and we're probably going to push up this exhibit a bit more, you know, give that a little bit extra space, which is also nice. Same for the Dick, we can use this space. And the only thing that I would definitely need to do is put hot wire around this exhibit and stuff. Really make it 100% escape proof. Because, yeah. Of course, we definitely, like, badgers is one thing. But you definitely don't want to release a striped hyena into a suburban area. So that's something that we'll have to make sure can't happen. But this year, what the heck? I hope I'll be done this year with my project. Your new project even. Then you'd definitely be faster than me. Bixberg has to get a reward for the Planet Zoo series that has taken the longest. I mean, it's taken just as long as any other series that's still ongoing. Like, Rubel is working on Tivoli Zoo still. He's also hoping to finish that this year, I'm pretty sure. So, why not? People would just pet the hyenas. Sure thing, sure thing. But yeah, so that's another thing that I have changed, and then over here we'll get to the Wolverine enclosure, which at first I had I was about to point at my screen, but that doesn't work. I was gonna have a glass wall over here, but Wolverines need quite a tall fence, like at least 2 meters ish. And if I look at stuff like Zoo Osnabrück from the inspiration video, of course I used my own inspiration video to see what other zoos are doing with their Wolverines. So yeah, judging by that, it needed to be quite a tall glass viewing area, and it just made this whole area feel too enclosed, in my opinion, for the visitors. So I decided to do something a little bit more open, but of course that also comes with its own downsides, being that, I mean, Wolverines are good climbers, supposedly also good jumpers. I've tried to do research, guys. Where's the... I had a different tab open and it's gone. Wait. Wolverine Hospital. I had this open before. I don't know why it's closed now. But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's like... You need really to make sure that they can't escape, really. Which is definitely difficult. Of course, in the game, it's one thing, but I just noticed that he's gone out. Oh my god, this is totally something they do. That's amazing. Oh, I love that. Yeah, but I've decided to go with this, basically. So we've got hot wire, a nice big moat. Probably doesn't need to be this deep, but we've got some nice detail on there. And then on the back wall, this is also like 2 meters high. We're also going to have hot wire around that. I think this should be good enough containment-wise. Like, I feel like this over here is like at least 2 meter jump. If we just take 2 meter, that's a wall. Can I get like a panel? 4 by 2 meters, sure. Yeah, so this is at least a 2 meter jump onto hot wire. I think that's pretty good. Doesn't actually know animals. He just has sticky notes of all the facts taped to the wall behind his PC. They're supposedly good climbers and jumpers. But yeah, same thing over here. Like, I feel like this is probably an escape risk. But we'll put a bunch of hot wire around here as well. And hopefully that will be good. I mean, for the game it's gonna be fine. But get back in here, you little rascal. Do you even... How'd you even get here? Anyway. Just now we can see him over there. So, this is cool. Just pet the Wolverine. Fair enough. But yeah, I want to make a small like climbing frame here, but again, nothing too high because it would just create more escape opportunities. I did put anti-climbing stuff on the tree, so that's not a thing to escape from. But yeah, so basically, this is the enclosure. It just needs a lot more detail. I'm considering getting rid of this over here to also create a bit more space that way. I was already planning on changing this area anyway, because I want to make it a naked mole rat enclosure. Because if I just go over here to Zoo Osnabrück and we go all the way to the bottom, then this is something that Zoo Osnabrück has, which I think is really, really cool. This is a, of course, this one's a lot more dark than what I would have, but this is a naked mole rat enclosure, and I think that's epic. I want that, basically. And I'm pretty sure I also found reference photos of the backstage, which Zoo Osnabrück Osnabrück sub underground. I know. I feel like it was in German, which is why I'm not gonna find it now. But this. Oh, here. Yeah. Does this show it? I don't think it does. I found reference photos of the backstage of this exhibit. So that's something that I could use for that. But this is a good picture to show what it looks like. Like, this is the naked mole rat enclosure. And I think that's really cool. So, what's happening? What habitat are you building? Probably gonna work on the Wolverines today. Will you do a sign in the future for Folklore Forest? There will definitely be signage. Speaking of signage, that's the last thing I have to show you guys to update-wise. So if we go up into the Africa area, there was one thing that I wasn't quite happy with yet in the Africa area, and it was the signage. So this weekend, I was in the mood for drawing. So I did a little bit of work on these. So this is on the left, we got the old sign, and on the right we've got a new sign. And I'm not sure I'm happy with it yet, especially this one. It's probably the worst one to start with. But yeah, I didn't like how we had a real picture of the animal on the sign. It kind of took away from the style of the sign, which is supposed to be like a little road sign. We have these a lot in the Netherlands. Something like, if I search for this, that's not, nope. Like, we have these kind of signs all over the place in the Netherlands. Like, they point out points of significance, like nature reserves, just all sorts of things. So that's kind of the style that I was going for with these, and also with the drawings. Yeah, this one is, for instance, already a lot better. If you don't look at the face too much, because faces are hard. But yeah, I just drew over the real animal with a drawing like that, and it just suits the style of the sign just a bit better. It helps with animals that have a lot of contrast, like the caracal does not, so it looks kind of like a ghost. But I don't have a sign for the red riverhawks yet. This is something that's work in progress. Oh, the penguins do have a sign though. That one looks... This one I'm super happy with. It looks really good. I mean, of course I just traced over the image, but still, it had to do some stuff. I'm pretty happy with them. I'm not 100% sure about them yet at the same time. Like the Dig is... It's very pale. So, I don't know. I don't know if I like it, but I'll probably keep it. To be honest, I like the new signs better. It feels more like something you have in a zoo, and it fits Keypark's theme. Thank you. So, for the Europe area, I'm not sure how I want to do the signs yet. Like, I have an idea in mind, but it would also require a lot of drawing. Look at him jumping. So I'm not sure if it's going to be feasible yet. Honestly, I would, because it's the folklore forest is the idea. So something I would actually like is if we get something like this kind of style on the signage. I think that would be a lot of fun. But then I would have to make drawings in this style for the other animals as well. And probably also for the animals that are already there, because I would probably want to pose them differently. But yeah, especially the lynx one, I just like a lot. This is a bad example. I just think it's so playful and fun to, yeah, probably make signs like that. I think that would be fun for the folklore forest. Anyway, for now, I think I am going to go ahead and get rid of this. Sorry, scorpions. Also, before I do anything else, I need to show something to Eben, who's not here, but he will be rewatching the stream. So, Eben is always complaining when I'm not disabling climbing on my builds. Like whenever we collaborate on something. Hint, hint. So I just want to show him this. Because I was building, and I was like, oh, the game's being a bit laggy. I don't think I've disabled climbing in Keypark yet. So I did, right? I took everything and I disabled climbing. And look what happens. I'm building around this thing. And whenever I do anything, the game freezes for like a second whenever I try to do anything. It sucks. And when I... Hello, game. And when I enable climbing again... Bum, 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 bum. Climbing is enabled. Now, I can just build. There's nothing wrong. So, Mr. Eben, why are you disabling climbing on everything and making the game laggier? That's what I'm asking you. There we go. Rant over. Disabling anti-climbing probably works for some things, but for some reason it also messes things up, and I don't know why. For now, goodbye, scorpions. Proceeds to shatter the ass of the scorpion enclosure, releasing every scorpion into the zoo. Hey, you can pet the scorpions, right? I'm actually gonna go ahead and take this, put it over here. Look at all the stuff that I've built that is now gone. Like, I built this awesome little shelter thing. Yep, I'm not gonna use it. I built this awesome little firebelly toad paludarium. Not gonna use it. We built this thing. Not gonna use it. See you next time. Gotta go. We'll rewatch later. Bye bye. Yeah, good fun. Absolutely pet the scorpions. They are the #1 most pettable animal in the zoo. Habitat became invalid. Oh. Let's just do this. So initially I had water in here, and I don't know if I want that. Because, on the one hand, it's good. Because water... Wolverines like water, supposedly. According to the husbandry manual. I mean, it makes sense. I did see a lot of water in Wolverine enclosures, and I did see them in the water, I'm pretty sure, at one point. Delete, 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 delete. It's one of those streams, okay? It's just one of those. Come to Keypark Zoo, where we have free roaming scorpions, hyenas, and escapee wolverines. Gorn is way too calm. I require suffering. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how you can make me suffer. I'm sorry. I have no ideas. Mind blank. I do need to think real quick because we're gonna have those naked mole rats. There's gonna need to be at least some space for like the zookeepers and stuff back here. So I think we do want to try to keep ourselves a little bit to the edge of this path whenever we add something here. And I'm also wondering, what am I going to add over here? So that's the one. This is my problem. This is why I never get any builds done. I do way too much thinking. I'm just saying here, sitting here like, oh, but I can't. No, that doesn't work. No, there's just all these thoughts spraying out of my mind of like why I cannot build the thing that I'm trying to build, instead of just building and seeing what happens. Like, if I just spent all the time I spent thinking, building, and I would be so much more productive. But now the problem that's on my mind is how do I transition from this to this? And I think the answer is just a nice big rock. But I don't know. Is it? Is the answer a nice big rock? I mean, there's a lot of problems in the world that you can solve with a nice big rock. I almost said suffer because poison is here, so I'm suffering. He's put suffering on my mind. This is very much one of those needs a do not climb sign type of rocks, isn't it? I love nice big crocs. Ooh, by the way, if you want to see a really awesome little Planet Zoo project, definitely check out the YouTube channel of Crocs. K-R-O, and then, no wait, K-R-0-X. I think that's also his YouTube channel name. Many people like nice big rocks. They put out a new video the other day of their Nibe Krokodile Zoo, which they have moved to a different location as to where it used to be. It's now in Spain, but it's an absolutely awesome build that he's doing. He's doing an amazing job building that zoo, and you should watch it. Probably the best. Hi, possibly a foliage transition also works. Yes. I think I like the big rock. We can put some vines on the big rock or something. But I like the big rock because it's also a bit of a visual barrier. So when you're like, I mean, you're gonna see this. That's unavoidable, but but I don't know. I like it. I was actually considering putting up something like I was considering doing something like this. Oh, this is one group. Oh god. Like extending this. I mean, it's gonna be ugly, so I'm not gonna do that. But I do realize that we have a glass viewing area over here with no shade other than the trees in the back there. So probably you're not gonna be able to see into this building too well. But how much do I like big rocks? So much, dude. I even, look, you know how much I like big rocks? This isn't really a big rock. Wait, where's my rock? Wait. This is an excellent question. Where's my rock? Where's the rock I bought off Amazon? Where'd it go? Oh no! I lost my rock. Well, looks like I don't have a big rock to show. That sucks. I told that before, like, right? Like, when I don't have free shipping on Amazon, I just buy a rock. I was gonna put it in my palletarium, but then I didn't have space for it. Like, the rock... I mean, when you're buying a rock, it's a gamble, right? Like, is this gonna be an actually useful rock or not? And in my case... it wasn't. It was not a very good rock. It was a bit too robust, I'd say. If I would pull Dwayne out of my drawer, that'd be pretty amazing. But don't think my rock is in my drawer. I do have an elephant. What do you call this? It's the thing you put in your book to know what page you're on. And I have a very tortured calculator because I was bored in school. And I got a whole lot of stuff. my drawer is a mess. Right mess. But we are just gonna put some rocks over here. And then we're gonna figure out what we're actually gonna do with this whole border situation. Because I feel like at the same time this is and isn't very escape proof. And this one I definitely want to turn upside down. Get the steepest edges. Make sure that they can't climb out. So this is probably fine like so. And we're gonna have some of that overhang over here as well. But how tall is it currently? Like really? If I get my 2-meter wooden panel. Like we can be can be a bit at that height, basically. Like so. I feel like the naked mole rat backstage is going to be... what do you call it? Illusionary. Not real. There's a word that I'm... there's a word that I'm not thinking of. Make believe. Wizard of Oz. Fake. Implied. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. I actually thought about that word all on my own, and your comment just happened to come at the same time. But I appreciate your help. Let's just pretend that I got it because you said it. Big rocks, naked mole rats. I still don't understand what's wrong with big rock, other than the way that I said it. This is the entrance of the enclosure, which I'm also not sure how I'm gonna make this escape proof, but that's a problem for another time. Probably just lots of hot wire again. Maybe add some big black rocks too. Sure thing, buddy. We got those now. Volcanic rocks. Oh. There you go. You're just gonna see a master builder at work. There you go. Yeah. Let's just pretend that didn't happen and move on. Art. Thank you. I know I'm quite the artist. You know, I used to go to art class every Thursday. Hey, today's Thursday. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I made a lot of clay dicks. No need to lie about that. I mean, when you're asking kids... I mean, I wasn't really a kid when it was... Yeah, was I a kid? I don't know. What's the definition of kid, anyway? When you're asking teens to... Like, when you're making a clay sculpture, right? You make tubes of clay and you stack them, and that's how you build up your structure. So yeah, when you're making tubes of clay, of course, only one thing can possibly come from that. Honestly, I really hope Eben did decide to watch the stream today together with a person, and this is the impression they get of me. What a kid anyway, Goran in jail for unspeakable acts. Did I commit murder? Yes, but I was a kid, so it doesn't count. Snakes, worms, or something else. Right, worms. Well, see, we called them... I don't know, this doesn't translate at all. I remember a friend and me, we called them Peep Loa. It's like a cockroach, but pee-pee. A pee-pee roach. I don't know why it was a roach. I actually honestly don't remember why they were roaches. But that's what we called them. You know the funniest thing about that is this guy, right? This guy that I did that with, the art class thing. When I went to join the Boy Scouts, no, there's actually more to the story even. Wow, I just realized the coincidence of this. So back in primary school, you would have these moments where you could like try out a sport. So you could join a sports association for like massive discounts. You can just join for like 10 classes and you get little certificates, and then you can try out the sport, and if you like it, then you can join, right? So I did a bunch of things. I did like basketball, which I was like actually surprisingly good at. I did bowling. I think I still have my bowling certificate somewhere over here. It should be. I don't know where my bowling certificate went. This is a tragedy. And one of the things I did was like inline skates. Inline skating. And that one I especially enjoyed. And there was this guy there, which whenever we had this thing where like if someone falls, I'll get $1 million. So whenever someone fell, we would skate past each other and say "1 million" or "miljoentje" in Dutch. And that was the same guy who I then encountered at the art class. So we had fun over there as well with the PP roaches. And then later, like years later, when I joined the Boy Scouts, he was also there. So this guy was just everywhere for some reason. I just could not get rid of him. And I haven't seen him in years. Probably, let's see, when did I leave the Boy Scouts? Because I left, he left Boy Scouts before me even. So I was like 16. So I guess that's 9 years ago. So I probably haven't seen him in 10 years. So there's some Just Goron lore for you. So we're just gonna do some of this stuff around here, and that'll be good. That'll be our anti-escape strategy. Very effective. There will be a hot wire around the entire thing. Because this is not gonna be enough. But I do wonder how I'm gonna make this work in terms of we're gonna need a fence over here, basically, because little kids. This is not kid-proof. It's also not parent-proof, because parents are as big an idiot as kids sometimes. If you see what parents, like, parents will just put their kids on the edge of an enclosure and just be like, yep, there's nothing that can go wrong here. Or like that guy who went into the elephant enclosure in the US at one time. That was fun. That was a nice Darwin Award right there. Also a nice Darwin Award. Of course, we've just had the New Year's. In the Netherlands, it's customary to like light fireworks at New Year's. I think that's the case everywhere, right? We can light our own fireworks. And there was a guy who had like 70-something kilos of fireworks in his car. And he was smoking a cigarette. And he tried to throw the cigarette out his window, but it like got blown back in. And then it lit the fireworks. So that's a Darwin Award moment right there. And this is why we just shouldn't have fireworks. Because people are too stupid for them. Like, I loved fireworks as a kid. But the more I grow up, the more I'm just like, just stop it. It's not worth all of this shit. Alright. There we go. Now, I do want to maybe do a couple of things where we also add some more rocks or something. I'm not sure what's a cool yet realistic rock formation. It's also like, I don't want it to look like those what are they called? Those like North American native statue things. Because this is a our neighbor thought it was a good idea to light the remaining firecrackers next morning on our driveway. We live right next to a gas station. Oh god. Yeah, I know. Some people just don't think. Like, I think too much. I'll admit that. But... is it a mosquito? What the fuck? I think it was just a fly. Yeah, some people think too much. Like me. Some people definitely don't think enough. Alright, so I think this is decent. It's a decent little enclosure. Alright, let's get rid of this. We don't need it anymore. Yeah. No, I think this is actually decently sized. I think we got a good slope over here, such that the animal can actually get out. And I think if we just do this real quick. And that's... ooh, where am I? Let's add some plaster to that. So go to the relative. Let's add a 1 meter one over here. What does that rock actually look like from back here? Okay, you don't really see it, and then you do. I don't think thinks too much while I play jump rope with my 2 remaining brain cells. Also possible. What exhibit is this you're doing? It's a Wolverine, yes, indeed. It's a Wolverine exhibit. Yeah, no, I think this is escape-proof enough. I think this is a nice slope for them to be able to get in and out. I think I can actually put water in here. If not for this. Crap. I feel like I'm an NPC in LA Noire. Way too expressive. Let's try something. That's the obstructed of death. I mean, if you see how this keeper gate is connected, it's... it was not pretty. It was not pretty. Okay, I do think that the problem here is the keeper gate. I think this should be fine. Still not? Okay, let's see if the problem is even the keeper gate. Let's do something drastic. Okay. Oh, hey, there we go. So, we could raise the terrain over here. I think that'll be fine. Because otherwise... oh, wait, huh? I was gonna say, was that there the entire time? It was. well then. Is this even the issue then? Okay, yes. Yes, that is still the issue. Fine. But how close can we really get? Apparently that close. Apparently we were pretty much there. Okay, I'm not gonna do this with terrain because that's gonna be a hassle with everything else that's in here. So we're just gonna put this glass here. Gonna put the water in. Why doesn't it? What? You were working moments ago. What changed? I didn't do anything. What? What? I'm sorry, what? Alright, fine. Fine, you win. Hello. There we go. Hey everyone, and Goron, did you hear about the newest Beatles song yet? Because of you. Because that's not that new anymore, right? Like it's been out for a while, right? Tropical rock. What is big recent news? Has everyone heard that as of today, you can add every zoo in the world on ZList? Like if we go over here to ZList and we say let's do a radius search of like a bajillion, right? And I am in Netherlands. We could scroll for quite a bit. Wait, this is not the best way to show this. Let's search for meerkat. Look, we got Asia, we got Africa, we got North America, we got Australia. That was already there, but we got the entire world. Woo! It's so good. I still don't understand what ZList is. It's this website where you can search for an animal, and then it shows you which zoos have that animal. And also, if you want, it will show you how many. I guess it won't do that for meerkat because it's kind of hard to keep track. Why did I search for meerkat again? Let's get Asiatic lion, and let's click on Aalborg, and it'll tell you that in 2022 they had 2 female lions. And wait, actually that's not the current holdings, right? It's hard to read sometimes, but because this is 7 babies but no adults. This is not very clear. Let's click on Blightorp, for instance. Blightorp, like you can see all of this stuff. And at the moment, in 2023, they have 1 male and 2 female lions. Asiatic lions. It's super useful, and it's amazing. I first thought it was a zoo tier list. Yeah, so it's not a tier list. It is a tier list, which is German for animal list. Very important distinction. But it's a super useful website, especially like if you're someone like me who likes to go on zoo trips. What I did is I was planning my zoo trip. Wait, let's go zoos I've visited, and just in case, because this is a mistake that I make a lot, opening Google Maps on stream and being an idiot. So let's not dox myself today. So when I'm planning my zoo trip, so this is my planned zoo trip for this year. Oh my god. this year, in May, I'm gonna go on this zoo trip. And so, for instance, I'll be planning this trip, and I know, okay, I'm going to Magdeburg, and I'm going to Bierenberg, because they have groundhog, which I know because of ZList. So one time I was talking with friends about groundhog. So I go, groundhog, woodchuck, 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 woodchuck. And I check, and it's like, oh, there's 2 zoos that have woodchuck. And one of them is Bierenberg. And then I see like, oh, hey, that's close to Magdeburg. And I'm going to go to Magdeburg. So next day, I'm going to go to Bierenberg. And then I thought, okay, well, I'm going to have time left on my trip to Bierenberg, because it's just a small free zoo somewhere. So I'm like, okay, well, my next stop is Halle and Leipzig. So what else is on the way to Zoo Halle? So I go to Zoos of the World. These are all my resources, guys. I'm also highballed. Sorry for ignoring you. So I go to this map, which is something made by at Zubio. This is something Ibn shared with me, or Vihoha did. I'm not sure anymore. But anyway, I go to this. And then I go to Magdeburg, which, that's Berlin. Magdeburg, over here. Which, I check. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Bierenberg. You see, this is Bierenberg. And I'm gonna go towards Leipzig. So what do we have? We have Tiergehege Waterberg. We have Tierpark Stassfurt. We have Tiergarten Bernburg. And we have Tierpark Dessau. So, I'm probably butchering all of this German stuff. But, I basically... Alright, so I made this list. Because like, okay, I'm gonna go to Bierenberg when I have time left. Which of these zoos is interesting for me to go to? This is how I plan my zoo trips. So I look up these zoos and I look up pictures of them. And I go to ZList. And I type in, for instance, Dessau. Dessau. I apparently forgot how to spell it. Is that not how you spell it? Dessau, right. I am stupid. Dessau. So I check, do they have any interesting animals? And in this case, they have dingo. Woo! I'm gonna see dingo for the first time. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go to either Stassfurt or Dessau, because they both have dingo. And also, if we go over here, like with this stuff, like I looked up all of these. Like this is barely a zoo. They only have like goats and shit. And this one, I put in my nose, bear enclosure looks sad. Because, I mean, look at this. This looks sad. I don't want to go to this zoo. It looks sad. That's what us Planko nerds do with theme parks. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so this is, these are some great resources. Yeah, and then this is my map. This is all the zoos that I have visited. So, no, that's not true. So all the purple ones are zoos that I want to visit. This is all the zoos that I'm going to visit on my my Berlin trip. Then the light gray ones are all the zoos I have remaining in the Netherlands. And then everything else is stuff that I have visited. So you've got like the green ones are ESDA zoos. The red ones are just other zoos. I think these orange ones are Dier and Park zoos, which is and different organizations like Bootleg ESEA. Then we have botanical gardens, we have rescue centers, we have aquariums, and this is a dolphinarium. So I just gave them nice pictures. Just kind of, I mean, I was inspired by this one, of course, which is just crazy. But then I wanted it to be like my own little collection of stuff that I've seen, which is fun. Look at how many zoos I visited. I'm crazy. This is all in the last 2 years. If you ever come to Zoo Basil, let me know. Ooh! Oh, I would love to go to that one. Actually, it's on... Wait, I think it's on my life list? Right? It's on... That's not... Yeah, here, Basil. There it is. It's on my list of zoos I want to visit. At some point. Like, I'm considering in... someday, I mean, Stuttgart is also high on the list. So doing like Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Basel, but then like Vienna, like it's kind of not a great route. Like Basil is kind of out of the way for that route, but I really want to go there. It seems like such a beautiful zoo. So yeah, awesome stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna be productive. I'm a distracted little boy today. Let's put some dirty water in there so we can see it better. Then we'll know a little bit better what we're actually doing. I would love to put a little stream, to be honest. I'm not sure how feasible that is, but I did read in the husbandry manual, at least I think I remember reading, that the Wolverines appreciate a little stream. So that would be fun. Stream. That's the weasel. Water features. Many muslet species, for example Wolverine, benefit from access to pools or streams. So they do like it. They do like that. So you gotta do prog, trust me. Yeah, I know. I've heard. It's on the list for a reason. Yeah, this year I'm pretty. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do many more like big zoo tours. Depends really. I don't know how many holiday days I have left, because I'm not gonna be working for the same company all year, so that kind of throws a wrench in the thing. Because I don't know how. That gives me a bit less holiday days. Also, exciting thing, and I swear I'm gonna try to at least build while talking now. Last weekend I actually booked I booked the thing that I think I've talked about on stream before already, that I was planning on doing a eco trip in Nepal to see red pandas in the wild. Well, I booked it. It is now a fact. I still need to fill in some papers and stuff, but I have put in the deposit. So my slot has been reserved. So I will be going to Nepal to see red pandas, which is very, very exciting. I am mortified. No, I'm really excited, but it is very scary, of course. I've done a couple of trips now, but I've never done a trip like that. That's really just far away. I've never really flown. I've flown once, and it was to London, and now I'm gonna fly to Nepal on my own. Like, it's spooky stuff. You know, it's a new life experience, but it's definitely gonna be a good one. I think. I hope so. I hope I at least see the red pandas. That would be nice. Low expectations. But that's gonna be happening in the next year. And then for now, the Berlin trip while I still have my lease car, because yeah, I already said I'm gonna be switching companies. Like, I'm gonna be doing the same work, but like just I'm currently working through like a traineeship, and when that traineeship ends, I'm gonna just be hired as a full employee. At least I probably am. Like, so far the company's pretty happy with me, so they'll probably take me. But that doesn't mean that I lose my lease car, because I have that via the traineeship, and not the company that I'm going to work for then doesn't do lease cars. So I'm gonna have to say bye-bye to that luxury. So the Berlin trip is me making full use of the car while I still have it. Giant pandas or red pandas? Red pandas, of course. Come on, I'm not gonna see the imposter giant panda who stole all the fame from the original panda. That'd be blasphemy. Alright. Is this dangerous for zookeepers? Is it dangerous for them to have to walk past this like steep ledge? I'm sure it's fine. Right? They know what they signed up for. They are the Dragon Warrior, though. Yeah, and who trained the Dragon Warrior? Master Shifu, the red panda. Giant pandas are boring B-tier animals. See, Poison gets it. Poison-based. I don't have to search, it's already there. There you go. I'm gonna create a nice ledge over here with nice bits of mud sticking out. Could also make a burrow in here somewhere. Could be. Yes, Shifu is a red panda. He doesn't look like one, but he is. I went to Lisbon Zoo and was in the gondola ride. Saw some people had entered the staff walkway behind the red panda, but because the barrier was down. Oh man, I wish I was there. No, I am gonna do the red panda backstage experience at Avifauna again, because I didn't actually the red pandas didn't come down. So I did go backstage, but it was too hot, so the pandas just stayed up in the tree. So I'm gonna do it again this winter with my ex-girlfriend, because she promised that we'd do it, and then she broke up with me. So I was like, do you still want to do it? And she was like, yeah, fuck you. Let's go see the red pandas. So good shit. Looking forward to it. Let's get this one. Took plenty of photos and shared in Google Drive. Oh right, yeah, you did share that. I saw that. I saw that. It's fine. I just miss hugs, that's all. I mean, hugs are not off the table. You can friend hug. I just learned in the past few weeks that meeting new people is hard and sucks. But that's fine. I have crabs. Speaking of which, my crabs. Dude, I love them so much. Like, I don't know if have I streamed ever since I got new crabs? I don't know if I have. I thought Goran would be all about the hover hands. He likes hugs. I don't know what hover hands means. But crabs. I don't know if I've streamed ever since I got new crabs. I don't think so. I guess I did the Eurasia pack stream because I got the crabs the weekend I got sick. By the way, we haven't streamed in a while because I was sick for like weeks. It just didn't go away. It sucked so much. I had the cough and the everything, and it just sucked, and it just wouldn't fucking stop. I hated it. I hated all of it. Everyone says meeting I have crabs. Last year I ended up backstage of a theater because I just followed some peeps in street clothes through an open gate, and then I was there. Nice. Crabs are number 2 next to armadillos, who are number 1. Your own personal opinion. Anyway, I was sick for a long time. Cough just didn't go away. Sucked. Honestly, I still have to cough every now and then, but I guess I've just accepted that that's just how things are now, I guess. But crabs. Where was my story going? I got crabs, new crabs. I got 6 rainbow vampire crabs. There's actually one sitting in front of the glass right now, but I can't show you. There's also one I can show you. Wait. Is there... So I wouldn't be able to show you one of them, even if I wanted to, because he's been doing this crab. So this crab, he does not like to be seen, because the moment you get close, and they all do this, they're shy boys, but look how fast they are. Like, just get too close, wham, and he's gone. That was a slow one. He's been way faster over time. This one, this video, like, you can't even see him. He's just already gone. You can just see the little things floating away. But this guy, he's got a hat, so he's cool. What was I talking about? I was talking about the crabs being exciting because, okay, my first set of crabs didn't go very well. They lasted 3 months-ish. The longest one. The others died earlier. I didn't really know what was going on. Might have just been bad luck with the crabs, age, anything. I'm pretty sure those were wild caught, which in hindsight I was not very happy about. The fact that I bought wild caught crabs, because, you know, it's not known how endangered the species is because it's not been measured. So for all we know, I might have bought an endangered species, which is not a great thing to have on your conscience. But the ones that I have now are captive bred, so I'm very happy with that. No worries about ethical dilemmas there, and they're doing really well. So a few weeks ago, around Christmas, the first crab molted. So he popped off his old shell, and that's really cool. And it was a scary thing, because the first crabs that I had, one of them molted successfully, and then the rest died while trying to molt. So that made me very nervous when my new crabs were starting to molt, because yeah, they can die while molting, because it's, you know, it can be dangerous for them if the water parameters aren't right, or if they didn't get the right food, or just a stroke of bad luck might cause the crab to fail their molt, and they will die during it. So yeah, when my crabs were starting to mold, I was a bit nervous. And luckily, it all went well with the first one, and then on the day before New Year's, so the 31st of December, another crab started to molt as well. He was like, New Year, new me. He just said like, yeah, it's New Year's, I'm gonna get a new coat. So that was awesome, and that one also went successfully. Like, I just left him alone for like less than an hour, and I came back upstairs and he was done. So awesome stuff there. And then the 2 days later, another crab started to mold in the other tank. I have 2 tanks because I have 6 rainbow vampire crabs and I have 2 red devil vampire crabs, and it's generally not recommended to mix the same or mix different crab species together, because they will likely fight. So I have 2 different paludariums with the different crabs in them. So cool beans, basically. Conclusion. They're cool. I don't know how it is that they're all molting at the same time. Maybe they were all born around the same time, so they're like similar age, so they have to molt around the similar moment as well. That's possible. Or maybe it's just luck. Who knows, really. Right. I'm gonna keep it like that-ish. I think that looks pretty nice. We're gonna add buffalo grass and a bunch of it up here. And we should turn on random rotation for that. And I should tell my mom I'm not gonna join the dog walking because I'm having fun. I love that we can just openly talk about our autism online. It's so brave. True truth. Speaking of autism, I've decided that this year I want to try to get a diagnosis. So soon I'm gonna be talking to, this is borderline oversharing personal stuff, because this isn't the only reason I want to talk to a psychiatrist, but whatever, this is one of the reasons, and this is one I feel like I can talk openly about. So that's something I hope to be doing this year. It was kind of my, what do you call that in English? The thing that you're gonna do. New Year's resolution. My brain not wording very well today. That was my New Year's resolution, or at least one of them, is to set that in motion. So who knows where that'll end up. We're gonna get some answers. And then today, because ZList had that update, I was just browsing ZList and just looking up random stuff. And I don't know how I got here, but I found an aquarium that I didn't know existed. I think I was just looking at every Dutch zoo. And I was like, oh, what's this aquarium? And I found an aquarium in the Netherlands. You're working on Wolverines, those are kind of dogs, right? Kind of, I guess. I actually don't know. They're muslets. I don't know what muslets are like related to. Which, it's funny, our Europe area is like 90% muslet, or 75. We have like 4 animals at this point, because I took out so many. But we got the mink, we got the badger, and we got the wolverine, which are all muslets. And then the zoo itself has like way more of them as well, because we've got the otters. I'm thinking of maybe putting the binturong back in, besides just the red pandas. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll have to think about that whenever we get to the Asia area again. But Muslidae, otters, badgers, wolverines, honey badgers, mink, ferrets. Ooh, speaking of honey badgers, I might see a honey badger on my Berlin trip. I really hope I do. I'm going to a place, one of the only places in Europe that has them. If we see honey badger. Honey badger. I'm not sure which one of these. Yeah, so I'm going to go to Wildkatzenzentrum. I'm gonna get a special tour backstage. Well, I mean, you can only go there with a tour. It's a rescue center, so it's like an animal rescue for big cats. You will see that I give 0 fucks of nature. One of my life flexes, I've seen a honey badger in the wild. Damn, that's awesome. Yeah, that's also high on my trip wish list, I guess, is to someday go to Africa on a safari. But yeah, I contacted that place, Wildkatzenzentrum, and I was like, hey, I would love to take that tour, because they offer tours, because that's the only way you are able to see that place. But yeah, I decided to contact them first, because first of all, it's a German place. So I had to ask, is the tour actually, available in not German? So can I get an English tour, please? And also, I do have a YouTube channel, and I would like to record for the channel. Is that actually okay? Because especially if it's like a rescue center, private facility, they might not always be comfortable with that sort of stuff. I've come to learn. So yeah, I thought let's contact them in advance before I book this tour, because it is pricey. It's actually the most expensive thing on my trip. More expensive than all of the bigger zoos that I'm going to. So yeah, but they were fine with it. I can't record everything, but I'll be able to see some stuff there and still have a good time probably. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really hope I can see the honey badger. They also have a bunch of civets, which they did say that it's not likely to see those because of the fact that they're nocturnal, obviously. So we'll see how that goes. But in general, I'm super excited for it, and I hope to make some interesting videos about it as well, because it seems like a cool place. I mean, I love rescues. There's a couple of other rescues that I still want to make videos on, that I visited here in the Netherlands, like the seal rescue and Aap, but I didn't get any good footage of Stichting Aap because when I went there it was raining very hard. Like, that was not a great day for a tour of a facility. But yeah. What will you do? I've also seen Civet in Kruger. People joke they are always going to bring me because I've seen so much shit you never see. That's so much fun. Peter Buren. Yes, that's the one. You made it make a new type of exhibitors rescues. You also went to Stichting Loa. I did do that. I mean, I might do because if you saw my New Year's Twitter post, I did tease a new zoo tour format, which I have been working on, which is basically it's called Zoo Tour Snippets, and it's basically the idea is I have, of course, been to a lot of zoos. And I will never be able to make a zoo tour about all of them. But I do want to show some things of them. And a lot of stuff is just like, okay, yeah, that will come up in a real life inspiration video at some point. So no need to make a special video about it. But some things might not end up in a real life inspiration video, or it's still nice to just get the entire area. So I decided to make zoo tour snippets, which is going to be a type of zoo tour, but for me the real life zoo tours is like showing the entire zoo. That's the goal of that series. So zoo tour snippets will just be real life zoo tours, but just an exhibit or an area or the entire zoo, but not every single detail of it, just the interesting stuff. Just whatever I consider to be inspiring. So I'll probably do zoo tour snippets on the rescues that I've seen. Is basically what I'm trying to say here. Also, I should add the Yorkshire grass. That'll be nice to put in here as well. We seen Sable, and the lady said she hasn't seen a Sable in the park in 15 years. Wow. Right, these might be a bit too big. That's the thing with the Yorkshire grass. It's so big. Big grass. So, Bold, a little spoiler for you. They probably say that to everyone. No, I'm just kidding. You're special. We know it. I think this one messes with traversable area too much. I shouldn't use that one. Yeah, I like that. I want to get... Oh, wait. I thought it was in a different zoo. I want to get these. Please give me. Let's get some more of them. Hey, Gaming Giraffe. Welcome back. Aw, no wild dogs. Should have asked what's up, dog. And they would have come. Alright, so here you can see my vision for the enclosure quite well, right? Let me quickly text my mom that I'm not joining for the dog walk. And we'll keep building a bit. Not sure if I still feel like working on the grass and stuff. It's getting a little one note. But we can work on something else. I don't know what to put in this panda enclosure. Oh yeah, wait, I was talking about... Hey. I was talking about the aquarium I found, right? So... It's this aquarium, which has sharks. Cool. You can swim with the sharks. That's awesome, right? Like it's like a cage thing in the water, and then you can swim with the sharks. Cool. But the website says that like you shouldn't be pregnant, blah blah blah, all the stuff you'd expect. And then it's like not for people with autism, and I'm like, wow, it's a large group of people. I feel like not every, like, yes, there are people with autism who might like panic or not do very well in a cage underwater with sharks, but to just say that no one with autism can do the thing is kind of harsh. I don't know. I was like, well, kind of starting to doubt if I should get diagnosed now. I don't know. If having autism means I can't swim with sharks, maybe I shouldn't have autism. What if my special interest is sharks? Exactly. We also have a rescue center in Friesland. Maybe you can consider to email them if you can visit them. Like a big cat one, right? If the cat he can swim without any diver's experience, without a cage. But is it like, what kind of sharks do they have? Because in this case it's like black tip reef sharks and stuff, which are, you know, relatively big. Gonna have to go now. Have a good stream, my friends. Be kind to each other, and we'll see you in the next stream. See you in the next stream, buddy. Bye bye. Tropical rock. I feel like I want to get this a bit further back, perhaps. Like so. I'll find the species list. Do you have South American animals in zoos you live? Yeah, plenty. Think like capuchin monkeys, giant anteaters are around in a number of zoos. I've seen capybara, obviously, sloths, tamandua. What other tapirs? What other South American animals have I seen? Agouti. Bunch of reptiles, of course. Yeah, plenty of South American animals. Jaguar, yep. True. See, I'm not sure if I should put this thing where I put it. Because if I put it over here, then you won't see that ugly thing. Which, honestly, kind of appealing to me. I think I'm going to put it over there. Let's just do that. Also, a fun little trick that I did is I got the plank in here, right, to make it look thicker. But of course, we don't have a curved plank like that. So I just colored the inside of the font pieces that color, so that it looks like there's a plank in there, kind of. And I think it works pretty well. Cool, I live on that continent. You live in South America, that's awesome. Yeah, Ocelot. I've seen Ocelot at Best Zoo. Not that many Ocelots, actually. I should not look for plural. Wait, there's so many different kinds of Ocelot. I didn't even know that. Let's see. Okay, no holdings. No holdings, okay. Okay, there's just non-specific Ocelot. In the Netherlands. 2 places. I don't remember seeing them at Fauna Park, but I believe it. I think no, wait, I did see them there, yeah. But yeah, it's weird that they're not in any big zoos. Same thing with caracal. Caracal are only in, like, roadside zoos and stuff. It's really strange that there's no, like, big zoos with caracal. I do not understand. But yeah, so we'll have the hot wire going around the top here. And we will not... actually, this is fine. Yeah, because the door will open over the hot wire. Then we can take one of these. Put that over here. There we go. I don't want the barrier, just want this. Do giant panda need climbing? Yeah, I'd say they do. At least where I've seen them. All right, let's give Bold a very quick real life inspiration video. We'll go to our hunts. Let's see. Oh wait, this is the wrong folder. We'll go to our hunts. And pandas. Little fat fucks. Here you go. Here's indoor enclosure. See lots of bridges and things, and there are usually in the elevated things. So do have lots of stuff. And then in the outdoor enclosure, it's the same thing. Here, I don't think they use them as much here, but they do have them. So they've got these little climbing structures among the exhibit. This is a crazy exhibit, by the way. They were like, yeah, we're getting pandas, we might as well go all out. And then the other panda exhibit I've seen was Paradise. If I go to day 2, I should be able to find one relatively quickly. I think right here. This is, yeah, so here's one. So you can see also, this is one of the enclosures. We can see a couple of climbing frames around. And if I go to day 1, go over yonder. Let's see, is this it? No, that's, I think this is gorillas, yeah. Need to go back to wherever the talking is. see. It's further, way further. But before the gorillas. Let's see, is it here? It's here. Alright. So over here also you can see climbing structure. Take your screenshots. Got a climbing structure over there. And we've got this indoor area, which is just, it's not even, okay, rant, right? This is, I hate this exhibit. Like, this is ugly. I don't like this rock work. It's, I guess, not, it just looks so not real. It looks so fabricated. And then the exhibit is like, you know, this exhibit is like fine. It's not bad, not great. But then, because we're Paradisa, we just throw money at shit. So you got just fucking amethysts everywhere, which I would not be surprised if they were actually real. So we just got, look at that! Look at that amethyst! That costs thousands of dollars right there. That's just thousands of dollars. It's like, yeah, we got a rock. Oh yeah, also animals, sure. We put them in a cave. Whatever. I don't know, it makes me so pissed. And then the talking enclosure is cool. I don't know. Paradise is weird. Look, this rockwork looks cool. Why can't it look good on the other side? Anyway. This is the most Planet Zoo looking shit. I know. You want to see a Planet Zoo looking zoo? I'll probably never make a full zoo tour of this one. This is Blankendahl. And it just looks like your average franchise mode zoo. Look, you got your little backstage. And you just got a straight fence. This is just a franchise mode zoo. This is just a franchise mode zoo. That's all this is. Hello, Olaf. Okay, the aviary is an exception, but just all of this. Look at how, just straight up fences. There you go. That's the wallaby enclosure. That's a reindeer. This is, I was laughing so much when I was here. Yeah. Why is the caribou in an aviary? Why shouldn't the caribou be in an aviary, Bold? Why are you judging the caribou for their choices? So, what's even funnier to me is like, you've got all of that stuff, right? Then, after that, you get to this part. So this is the part where the franchise zoo, where like, you know, they got a feeling for the game, and they started to make some money, so they could like experiment more, and that's when they made something actually decent, right? So over here, you've got the Africa area, which is actually like a good-looking exhibit. It's too bad that there weren't any animals out, because it was, the wind was too harsh. But okay, and then there's this, which, I mean, it's baboons. You have to do climb-proof stuff, so it's too hard, I guess. But then, like this goat was hungry. Look at him. He's fucking eating his house. He ate his house. Poor man. But this giraffe enclosure is pretty cool, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I'm distracted again. It even has those reeds. Yep. It was a fun, it was an interesting zoo. Let's put it that way. Do you think there's a chance that the zookeeper might accidentally bump their head into the thing? How do you make the door not, like, I can't put hot wire on the door, can I? Also, another problem. I actually don't know if I'm gonna make the backstage over here, because according to the husbandry manual, this is how big the backstage needs to be. And that's a bit bigger than I expected, to be honest. Because, sleeping areas, sleeping dens, night quarters. So the smallest enclosure dimensions should be at least 6 times the average adult head body length, with a width no smaller than 4 times the adult head body length. So a Wolverine gets about 1 meter. So we got 6 by 4 meters for the indoor area. But I don't know, does it really look like they need that much space for their indoor area? It seems excessive, right? So, I don't know, I feel like we could get away with half. But, I don't know. You could, because they turn it off to go in. Oh. So we have hot wire on the gate, so you turn it off, disconnect the hot wire, and then open the gate. Ah. That's interesting. Yeah, because of course you wouldn't enter the exhibit with the Wolverines inside anyway. So that makes sense. Thanks for the insight, Bold the Zookeeper. You work for like a rescue center, right? If I recall correctly. Or have worked. I might make this taller also, but we'll see about that. Yeah. I'm kind of done with the Wolverines for now. We're gonna maybe look at the Badgers for a bit. So the thing I dislike about this game is that we need a burrow this big for the animal, even though they could totally fit in here. And this is a much more realistic burrow size for them. But they're not gonna fit in here. So wait, the platypus stripes go. There's way more animals that can use this thing than I thought. That's actually great. I thought the bigger burrow would be the most used one. I actually didn't know the pangolin could use them. It's too bad the little penguin can use them, but not the African penguin. That's a bit of a bummer, if you ask me. But yeah, we're just gonna make them, we're just gonna give them the small burrow and ignore their needs. So we're gonna plop some burrows around. And we'll have to fix that. Actually, I don't want to have to fix that. Because it's currently put in a way that you don't see the backside. So we will just do this real quick. Bam. Alright. So part of me, of course, wants to put the burrows in places that are nice for the guests to see. But that wouldn't be realistic. Because we can't dictate where the badgers will burrow. So I'm just going to put one over here. I'm going to put one back. Nah, I'm not. That's just a waste of things. But I will, you know what, I'll put one back here. That will at least be kind of in view of this. You can make the floor out of concrete. True, but that's not the idea I have. So this would be a dirt enclosure that would allow the badgers to burrow freely. Because we have the human-made burrow, which is gonna be in here for them. Also, I have a door over here. That's gonna be the backstage access to the burrows. I really thought I did have to make the zoo a bit bigger again though. Which I feel like that's something I'm gonna be saying a lot as we move on with this project. But it was just like, I need to have a door here, but I didn't want to redo this path at all. So I made the zoo a bit bigger to accommodate for getting keepers back here. Because basically it's going to be, the burrow is going to be just this. If I take, for example, take this. So this is going to be the burrow for the badgers. And then there's going to be, of course, latches over here or whatever. This isn't going to be as tall as it is now either. So it's going to be like more like this. And then you can have a latch or whatever. If we take this, they're gonna have a thing that they can like open up. Oh, that actually swivels correctly. I did not expect that. So yeah, zookeepers will be able to just open that up to do stuff inside the enclosure if they need to like clean it or stuff like that. So that's the idea of the badger burrow, that the keepers will have an area over here. And now that I think about it, we could actually also put the gate, the keeper gate, in that spot over here. And then the keepers can just enter through the moat. That's actually totally fine. I'm gonna do that, in fact, because that makes sense to me. Because this area is actually pretty well hidden. And then it'll be all nice and connected. Because that will be way more convenient for the keepers as well. Because they'll be able to lure in the badgers and then only go in, instead of having to then go all the way around. So that's nice. And then we can also just make this bigger. And then the badger enclosure will be slightly bigger. Even though, according to the husbandry manual, and I think this is kind of eh. If we go here, design container space. Yeah, okay, so badger only need 30 square meters, apparently. That's very little. I think we have like 100 something. Yeah. Our enclosure is 5 times the size it needs to be. Unrealistic. Well, 4 times. Yeah, more like 4 times. Wolverine enclosure is in minimum size / less, depending on how you look at it. Like we are good size-wise. Like we have 200 something. But yeah, the recommended thing is 164 for a pair of Wolverines. Definitely would not be housing a breeding pair in here, I think, for that reason. But we could have like 2 males or something, probably. Or I have a female now, so we'll have like 2 females, or at least a non-breeding pair. And I'm not sure how much of this space that it calculates is actually usable space, right? Because we are going to have hot wire around the edges. Of course, we got the little water part, which I'm not sure like if that counts towards the space. Oh yeah, we wanted to have a stream. We could think about the stream a bit, how we would do that, because I feel like it would flow maybe down here, or would flow through here. Or do we not want the stream? I don't think I want the stream. We have streams in other areas. I don't want the zoo to become too repetitive. That's also why I was trying to do different things over here with the edge. Like, even though you can see the fence through it, it's just nice to have a different type of area, because at first I also had just the faux rock stuff around the back here. And it's just, it becomes too samey, right? Because we have the same thing with the dick and with the hyena. And that's why I try to mix it up a bit. Just to avoid that. I have a Discord message. Ah! You're not allowed to see that. It's private. It was Bronation. But still. It's private on Bronation. Let me quickly check if it's an important message. I don't think so. It's someone tagging me. Yes. Alright. So. What do I want to work on? We were working on the badgers. So let us do that. So we can take this. Put that on top. And then it'll actually be like a proper burrow. More so than otherwise. So we can do that for pretty much all of them, probably. Oh crap. I forget that it works that way. Like you can only use free build on it if you're placing it like this, which is kinda odd, but whatever. I'm not gonna judge the behavior of a mod. Yeah, this thing that wasn't supposed to be in the game is kind of behaving a bit weird. I don't know. I feel like the developers really missed the mark on that one. Badger's stuck in rock. He'll be fine. Is it a he? Yeah, it's a he. Antonio. He'll be fine. Don't worry about him. He likes it there. It's his favorite rock. I wish I had a smaller thing to do this with. This is a good rock. I like this rock. Oh, Antonio. Little rascal. Okay. I just want something over there. Something like this. Yes. Alright, now I want a combination of this and whenever that's not working very well because of it blocking up the thing, we're also going to use these. And the problem with using these now is that we're using them in a faux rock setting. So because we're going to have them, like, these are supposed to be real. These are supposed to be real, like, clumps of sand and stuff. But because we have the same pieces acting as faux rock, like right next to it, it's going to look a little bit off. It's going to look fake. But there's not a lot I can do about that, sadly, because it's just like, yeah, this is how I want to be using these. So I don't know how else I could make it. I could use the desert rocks. That's one thing I can do. But even that is limited to like what space I have, and the colors are slightly worse. Yeah, no, I don't like that. So we're just gonna use this. Hello? Oh, we're not in a group. Wait. Oh, we're not in the group that we should be in. There we go. So now we can do stuff like this. And make beautiful, beautiful burrows. I hate that clicking the faux rocks opens the construction tab and not the nature tab. Playing around with black rocks, not black rocks today. I think we've had enough black rocks for today. Yeah, we can put something on there. That is fine. So let's tilt this that way. Not sure if I like that particularly, but we'll experiment. Oh, that's nice. That's good. That's less less good. These are difficult to work with, especially the top is like not ideal. Yeah, that's good. This one's like fine. Could use some more stuff, especially here around the bottom. Also, if we use this one, we can use the tip, the tip of the rock, to clean that a bit. Yeah, I'm running out. I running out of things to talk about. I talked about crabs. I talked about has everyone had a good holiday season? Let's throw the question to you first, and then in the meantime, I'll say that I had a decent holiday season. Did a couple of things with family. Also had some time on my own. I went to the Beekse Bergen where they had a couple of special like Christmassy things with animals getting like special meals. So all in all, I'd say it was a pretty good holiday period. I also worked a lot. I didn't take like a special Christmas break or anything. I always feel like taking days off around Christmas is just a waste of taking days off, because you'll never really do anything useful with those days off, because it's just family gatherings, and then you're tired from the family gatherings. At least that's how it works for me. I'm not sure if that's just a me thing, or if it's just my family thing, because my family is exhausting. Right, now that hole right there is not badger sized anymore. I worked, also important. Gotta pay them bills or something. We moved apartments, and I know now moving in the summer is the worst time of the year. Oh wow. How come? Like, I can't imagine, but what made it so bad? Is it like stores closed, or... I don't even know. Like over here there aren't even that many stores closed during the holidays anymore. Everything's just kind of open until whenever. Like, they might have reduced opening times, but other than that, no one really cares anymore. There we go, that one works really well. Right, let's see if we can do this for the rest also. Right, I might have to alter that one a little bit, but I think that's pretty good. And then over here. Alright. It's going pretty well. We'll make some adjustments and then pretty good. Oh, one thing I did before the holidays started, I saw the new Wonka movie, and it was so much fun. I don't know if anyone's seen it, and I won't try to spoil anything, but man, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm not sure if it's like, I saw some videos that's like, oh, it's not true to heart of the original books or whatever, it doesn't fit, or I don't know. It was just a fun movie. It's just fun. I didn't know it was a musical though. I didn't know either, but I loved every second of it. Have you seen Godzilla -1? Not yet. I kind of want to see it still, but I also don't feel like sitting in a theater alone. So I don't know yet. I still have some coupons for free movie tickets, so I should use those probably while they're still valid. But no, the great thing about the Wonka movie being a musical was next to us there were some like tough guys blah blah blah. Probably they were their girlfriends. I don't know. But the moment Wonka started singing, they were like, just what you expect. It's a sequel to Oppenheimer. That's interesting. But yeah, the moment Wonka started singing, those guys started getting very dismissive of the movie. But you could just tell as the movie went on, and they got used to the musical stuff, they started to really enjoy it, which I thought was just so cool to see. Like, you could really see that the movie was made very well because it was able to win those guys over, you know? I thought it was very interesting. Very neat. Good job, Wonka. It was so well made. Just everything was so perfectly set up and paid off. It was so much fun. I highly recommend seeing the Wonka movie. Rock. Rain, please multitask. I know you can't do it, but you can at least try. Not sure if I'm happy with this yet, but just keep adding stuff to it. I mean, Sing is equal to a general Disney movie, but I loved everything about the movie. Had a fun time. I think my favorite song was the cleaning song. Especially the joke that came from it. Yes. Scrub, scrub. Ooh. I'm really liking where this is going. Alright, let's get some terrain, possibly. If it doesn't mess up the burrows too much. Okay, there it felt like it may have messed up a burrow. Oh. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so one thing that is gonna be missing, but I feel like that's a given, that this is not gonna be a very planted enclosure. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna rectify that, but if we look at Plankendaal, not Blankendaal, but Plankendaal. Let's have a quick look at the badger enclosure of Plankendaal. This is the Asia area. You'd think it'd be in the back here somewhere. It's North America. North America. What's this? North America, South America, whatever. Where would the badger be? Here we went to the rhino. Oh wait, this is the badger enclosure. I'm stupid. So is there any lushness? Oh, there is actually some lushness in here. Okay, that's nice. We can use some periwinkle, a bit of grass, not too much, and some plants. Alright, alright. I was not expecting that, actually. Definitely want to put a tree in there as well, though. That would be fun. I feel like a nice tree on this little hill over here would be a good thing. Maybe the ash tree. So we already got an oak over there, so I want to mix it up a little bit. Don't think badgers are very good climbers, so we don't really need to worry about that. So something like this. Something that Haribo did super well in Missoula. Was that Missoula? Was it Missoula Zoo that he did that in? I think so. He used like the oak tree. And then he made a burrow in the roots. Because the roots are actually, they don't have a hitbox. So the badger can actually go inside of them. So I think he used like this tree and he put like a burrow in there. That was actually usable. But what sucks is that the oak trees are just too big. Way too big for what we're doing. So I can't really use them. We're gonna traumatize with badgers seeing them in the wild. It was roadkill. Oh my god, that sucks. That must really suck, having accidentally killed an animal like that. Oh my god, he looks so cute! This tree definitely helps with the glass, with making the glass less bad to look through. I love this. This is great. Like, it sucks that the burrows aren't usable, but man, I love this enclosure right now. Let's see if we can improve this even more. So let's get rid of the path, because we don't need that. We could use path on the inside for, I mean, we can use terrain paint. Don't need a lot of grass, especially around where they're digging, of course. You're not going to find too much grass. And also not over there, because that's where I enter the exhibit. So something like this seems logical. Could possibly use these, but it's so bright. That's my problem with these. Wish I could tone it down a bit. Yeah, no. Not gonna do that with that one. But we can add a bush. Bramble bush. Too blocky. Too dead. This one probably works nice. This is a nice bush to add over top of this burrow. Does block out a lot of the view, but also blocks out most of the view you actually get from that fence. But I don't think I want to use the big one, after all. Goran, have you ever seen, or will we ever see a zoo tour of Antwerp? I'm not sure. So as I was saying, I have zoo tour snippets now, which I'll be working on. And I don't think I ever finished this sentence. So basically, real life inspiration will be every enclosure of every animal in the game. Maybe even more if we go into like also doing them for modded animals. We'll see how it goes. It'll still take me like a year or two to finish that series, if we ever do anyway. So not really worried about thinking about the future of that series. Then zoo tours, I want to limit to because it's the full zoo is the goal of that series, right? Showing the entire thing. Every little thing that I can show you, I will show. So because of that, I want the zoos featured in full zoo tours to be truly inspiring, like every little bit of it. I think Antwerp does fit that, so maybe. But for now, the zoos that I have in mind for real life zoo tours are Burger Zoo, because yes, literally every bit of it is inspiring. Maybe not the Africa part as much, but I mean everything else is. So definitely want to do that one. Zoo Erlebniswelt Gelsenkirchen is also one that I would consider doing a full zoo tour of. Because yeah, it's 3 areas and each one of them is equally amazing. And then Wildlands is another one I want to do a full zoo tour of. But for other zoos, I think zoo tour snippets will suffice. Because snippets is going to be a video focused on just the inspirational bits. So, for instance, Zoo Osnabrück. I absolutely love the Africa area. So I want to make a zoo tour snippets video of just the Africa area. And then probably never really show much of the rest of the zoo. Because all the other interesting bits will be put in whatchamacallit, real life inspiration videos anyway. And that's another thing that's like, real life inspiration videos is covering most parts of the zoos anyway. So, oh, thank you, Domas, so much. Thank you. I would definitely will. I mean, this is going to go in the, this is just going to go into the Berlin trip jar. Basically, all my YouTube earnings are going into that jar at the moment. I still watch sometimes the old zoo tours like Dierenrijk, Overloon and Amersfoort. Yeah, probably Dierenrijk would not have gotten a zoo tour at this point with the current way that I'm doing things. But I don't know, they take a lot of time and I just haven't been that interested in making them because I'm already doing so much real life stuff. So, yeah. That's why. But I definitely will do some things with Antwerp, because it is a beautiful zoo. Berlin, wir fahren nach Berlin. Yes! That's exactly what I'm going to do. So far, if I take everything I've ever earned from YouTube combined, I almost have enough money to pay for all the zoo tickets that I'm gonna need for that trip. So yeah, thanks for the donation, it will help. I mean, it doesn't help that the tour of the Wildkatzencentrum is almost is like a third of that. Because I am gonna do the VIP tour, which gets you like closer to the animals, and I think you're also gonna be allowed to feed some of them, which I would love to. I'm not sure how well that will go together with filming, but hey, if I can feed a binturong, I'll take it. Yeah, I've seen your builds, Game and Giraffe, and you're doing a fantastic job. Needs to be said. All right. Do I know how this will work? I don't. This probably isn't that realistic. Because it's like, is it real rock slash dirt or fake? I don't know. Who knows? Oh my god. Wildkatzen 2 on me. Thank you so much, dude. You really shouldn't have. You're the best. Really. Just make sure you have a friend filming you when you're feeding. They're holding the camera right. Yeah, I know, I've been there. I won't have a friend there filming. I could ask the person doing the tour if they can film it for me. But I enjoy streams and like support when I can have fun. Thank you so much. I've only, like, very occasionally, I will ask my mom to record something for me if we're at the zoo together. And one time, if I go to Wildlands over here, a stranger offered to record me while I was feeding the birds, which was really awesome. I was really happy that he did that, because the footage is amazing. Just look at this. I don't think I even have to wait long for. Just look at that. Oh, I was so happy with this. Like, yeah, I was so thankful for this guy for filming me, because you can see how tired I am. This was only day 2 of the trip. My God. But yeah, this was so cool. Just them sitting on your head. I'm so scared of rainbow lorikeets. They're so cute though. But that footage is so much better than what I would ever be able to do myself, right? Like if I go to this one, here I also filmed myself with the lorikeets, but then I had to do it myself. And what you can't see here is that there was a lorikeet sitting on the camera. Because I have the big microphone. Like, wait, I have it over here. I got the big microphone, right? Lorikeet was sitting on top of the fucking microphone. It was so funny. But, yeah. So much fun. I do love lorikeets. I think I tried putting down the camera. And then, did I go for a second round? I don't remember. I guess not. Huh. Oh wait, no, I'm mixing up. I need to go to Limnis Park. Emsflower. But this was a failure, because the lorikeets weren't even that interested. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I'm just clicking on a random video. That's not gonna help me find the lorikeets. I guess because I didn't. But yeah. Oh, my hair was so messed up because it was raining all day. But yeah, I just had one. I was expecting the same thing, because this was literally the day after. Wait, did that guy just pee? Did that bird pee on my arm? I did not notice. I definitely noticed. I did not remember that happening. But I think I definitely saw that. If you look at how I look at that bird, I'm like, dude, get off. Get off my arm. You just pooped on me. Oh, I love lorikeets. They're so much fun. I'm low-key scared of all birds. Don't be. They're cool. We had one in a pet shop when I was internshipping, and I had to feed it. It took me 8 minutes to put the food in because I was so scared. Oh. You better go walking that entitled one horse now. Lorikeets are fun. I guess we can keep, as long as I don't put plants on this, it's kind of realistic. Because like this is the faux stuff. I just like how it goes from, like, I'm asking a lot of the suspension of disbelief, where it's like, if it's a cassowary, oh, I got a great video for you as well. I'm gonna go back to the same folder we were just in. Where is it? I think it's near the end of the day. Like over here. This is the bird show. Is this it? No, this is the bird show. Oh, here it is. Is this the video? I think so. Yeah. Hello. No? This is not the video. Where is it? I think this is it. Is this the part? No. Damn it. Maybe it's the next one. Wait, this is very important. Why? This is not... Oh, is this it? Which video is it? I think this is it. If this isn't it, then I don't know what is. This isn't it. I have a video of this cassowary kicking the glass. Because they were not happy with me filming them. That's red pandas. Oh, this is... Is this it then? No, this is me going backstage. Well then, what the fuck? Where is Angry Cassowary? Is this it? No. No figuring. If you're... Check out the cassowary enclosure. One of them has half his helmet and it looks awesome. Oh, I mean, I'm definitely gonna check out the everything enclosure in Berlin. I mean, clearly this is not yet. When... Oh, this is it. There we go. Yes. There we go. It was later in the day. I don't know if you can... I don't think you can hear that sound. Because I don't have it picked up on OBS. But the sound that they make, man. Ugh. Frightening. Frightening voice. But yeah. We'll probably keep this as like a faux rock. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Suspension of disbelief. Suspension of disbelief, because over here it's supposed to be like faux rock, and over here I'm trying to convey is like, this is natural. But even if you think it's all faux, then whatever, I guess. Scary but awesome. True. I actually don't know if it'd be useful for the... I guess the keepers can come inside. I feel like the badgers wouldn't come into their fake burrow if they've got their own burrow. But maybe they would, because it's like heated in here, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a badger expert. What are you expecting me to say? But yeah, this definitely ties it all together. I mean, plants, man, plants add so much to anything you build. Periwinkle. I feel like this is a type of plant that would like kind of creep over the rock a bit. So we might be able to get away with planting that there. I don't know. He immediately starts to backpedal on the choice that I made. But it just looks better that way. Actually? Actually, I'm starting to doubt that. I mean, that looks good. You can also get some of the smaller ones just to get a couple of flowers in, but not too many. Especially up here. Nah. I feel it would be better to have some ivy growing up that tree and also spreading over the ground here. But it's so big. The ivy in this game is not fantastic. At least not all the time. Like these look pretty freaking cool, but at the same time, I'm not the biggest fan. This does work really well. That one's a lot bigger than I remember. Yeah, that doesn't work. Does not work that well. So I have to go like this. And then again. And then have a slightly bigger one. Nope. It's too long. There we go. Incredible. That was way overstating what this was. It's not incredible, it's just decent. Oh, I love that. Just because there's actually sunlight back here. Sort of glow that gives on that plant in particular. Just really striking. Definitely want to keep that if we can. Because we can also put some of that in the more in the front layer, but does not have quite the same effect. That's really nice. I love this. This is a lovely little exhibit. They can navigate it. Can they go for the bushes? They can! Oh, that's awesome. What's this? It's the barrier. Yeah. There you go. Don't worry about that. Yeah, and this is gonna be fixed as soon as we move the gate over there, so don't really feel like doing that right now because it's tedious. I think I'm really happy with what we accomplished over here. We got a good idea of what we're gonna do with both of these two exhibits. So let's end this stream by looking at the mess that is the path leading up to, because I do want to see if we can do something about that, actually, because I would like them not to walk over there. Let's see if we can perhaps, because when they come out, what do? That's better, slightly. I wanted them to go zigzag, you know, go through the door. Which the path is attached like this. Like, it's going in and then to the left onto the... Don't ask me how I did this. Because it's a disaster. But let's see if we can possibly put in a barrier. Oh my god, the blueprints are so annoying in this tab. Barrier. Just put a barrier over here. See what happens. That's too close to the door. Definitely. Let's see what happens if we do this. I feel like this keeper is gonna get teleported away when she leaves. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. And I feel like if I try to make someone enter this habitat, they're not going to be able to reach it anymore because of the barrier. Yeah, so sadly that is just going to have to be how it is. They are going to walk straight through the wall. We could move the gate to be on the other side or something, and that'll probably solve it. I'll have to figure out, because I still need to figure out what I want to do with the backstage anyway, because we probably need to create a bit more space in this backstage, because we're gonna need plaster. We just take some plaster. We're gonna need a backstage for the squirrels. Probably something like this will do, but maybe preferably something like this. Then we're gonna need a backstage for the mink, which probably something like this is gonna be okay. But I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna connect that all up yet anyway. And then the Wolverine supposedly needs, I don't know where I put it. I feel like I deleted it. We were holding it at the start of the stream, right? Like, they need something like this. So definitely bigger than I can accommodate at the moment. But maybe if we change the shape a little bit, we can fit it in over here. I feel like that should be possible. If we change the shape of this rock wall over here a bit, it'll definitely look a bit more enclosed, especially from over here. That will block a lot of your view. So if we do it like this, then you'll have the mink all the way in the back over here. Because I do think I might extend the mink enclosure to be alongside this wall a bit more. Can the mink and Wolverine share a building in that whole space? That's the question. Or do you mean like in the sense that the mink might be afraid of them? Because that's also a potential problem. I don't know. Maybe the mink backstage can be back here. Maybe this can actually be their backstage. I don't know if that's feasible, to be honest. Don't think so. I'll have to just figure it out, really. Just play around with it. I'm probably going to decrease the size of the Wolverine backstage a bit, because I feel like it's excessive. Ignoring the husbandry manual. The key to realism. I don't know. I feel like no zoo would have a Wolverine indoor that big. But that's just me. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream because I really have to pee. So thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, thank you Domus for all your kindness today. And I'll see you all in the next video or stream or whatever comes your way first. But, oh, he's in the spot. What a beautiful way to end. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye, 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 bye. Bam. I found the button.